If you are a cryptocurrency investor or trader or an NFT degen like myself, the one challenge, or one of the many challenges, the one challenge that many of us are going to face as we get into tax season is how do you keep track of all this stuff, right? For me personally, I've come to realize I do thousands of transactions a year when it comes to crypto, either trading, buying, selling, getting airdrops or tokens and stuff like that. And on the NFT side of things, same exact thing. Buying, selling, and trading, minting NFTs, getting airdrops, tokens, and everything. And it can get really complicated when it comes to keeping track of everything. How do you do it? Now, a lot of folks may get started by using a Google Sheet, but that quickly goes out of control if you're as degenerate as myself. So I've been in the tax space for over 13 years now, and I'm gonna share with you a couple of tools that I like using as a tax professional for my clients that might be helpful for you. So stay tuned and I'll share my favorite tools. Hey, how's it going? My name is Eric, and I run a couple of companies that focus on accounting and tax for crypto founders and NFT founders and platforms. And I also have a tax company called Chain Tax, where we focus on the taxation of cryptocurrency and NFTs for our clients. And one of the biggest questions that we get all the time is, how do you keep track of all of this? I'm trading on multiple exchanges, or I have multiple MetaMask wallets, or I have a couple of hot wallets and cold wallets. How do I keep track of all these things? And I'm gonna share with you a couple of tips of how we do things for our clients. But before we get started, I just wanna share, if you're new here or if you've never been part of this channel or this is your first time watching, thank you and welcome for joining us. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and come join us on this journey. Every single week we put out awesome videos when it comes to tax, finance, for cryptocurrency and NFT founders and platform owners. So don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Okay, so let's just talk about two of the favorite tools that I like using for tracking your cryptocurrency and your NFT transactions. Now, both of these tools are gonna be able to create a report that you could either upload into your TurboTax if you're using TurboTax or some software like that, or export a report that you could pass on to your tax preparer. Because the reality is, most tax professionals and accounting professionals, they don't really know how to address cryptocurrency, and it's relatively complicated. So normally if you're trading stocks, right, stocks and bonds on Robinhood or something like that, you would get a report at the end of the year called a 1099-B. Now that 1099-B breaks down all the transactions you've did in terms of purchases and sales for stocks. And then this is what your tax preparer would normally take and use to prepare your tax return. Unfortunately, in crypto, there's nothing like that right now. So us as investors have the personal responsibility of having to create our own reports, which can get super hairy. Now, I've seen some clients try to track things on Google Sheets, but now you're manually trying to update these on a daily basis, and that usually goes to hell in a handbasket. So there's two tools that I like using when it comes to reconciling your cryptocurrency transactions and figuring out what your profit or your loss was. The first one that I like using is a tool called Zenledger and also CoinTracker.io. These are two really good tools that are robust, and what they do is they pull all the transaction history either off of the exchange or from Etherscan or another chain and import it directly into the tax softwares. Now, these softwares itself, you can use to balance out if you purchased or you sold or if you just held. It helps keep track of all these things. Now, the reality or kind of the challenge is there's no tax software for cryptocurrency that's 100% perfect. There's always gonna be some manual work that's needed, but what I've found, and over the hundreds of clients that we work with, when it comes to the cryptocurrency taxes, Zenledger and CoinTracker are two of the better ones out there. Both have support for NFTs, if you're an NFT degen like myself, and both have somewhat amount of support for DeFi. If you're a yield farmer or if you're an ohm staker, they have some support for it. It's not the greatest, but it's better than nothing. Now, both of these tools are relatively low cost in terms of the amount of work that you would normally do if you're just doing your manual Google spreadsheet. I think Zenledger is like $199 or $299 per year. So it's relatively affordable in the grand scheme of things, and it's gonna save you a tremendous amount of time. And what's cool about it is once you complete the reconciliation, meaning balancing out your buys and your sells, it could create a report that you could upload into TurboTax or any other tax software, or you could export a PDF report to pass on to your tax preparer, which is super handy. right? Now, here are some of the basics that you want your tracking software to record if you're a crypto investor like myself or an NFT investor. You're gonna wanna know the quantity that you had purchased and a description. So let's say you bought 10 Ethereum. That sounds like a lot of money because it is. 10 Ethereum, you wanna be able to track that you bought 10 Ethereum. It's Ethereum as a description. You're gonna wanna know how much you paid for it, including gas fees, because gas fees are a deductible investment expense. And then the date of purchase. The date of purchase is important because it establishes your holding period. And then on the tail end of it, if you sell that asset, you're gonna wanna keep track of the same things: the quantity sold, the description, the sales price plus gas fees, and then the date of sale, because that establishes if it's a long-term or short-term capital gain. So those are two tools that I really enjoy using. And again, we work with hundreds of clients when it comes to the cryptocurrency taxes. And those are the ones that we found to be the most streamlined and most robust in terms of all the different things that you can do in cryptocurrency. So with that said, those are two tools that I really enjoy using. Obviously, do your own research, not financial advice, but those are ones that I enjoy using because they're the simplest to use and they're the most robust. Again, my name is Eric. We put out videos on a weekly basis for cryptocurrency and NFT degens, just like yourself and myself, to help you clarify and demystify the entire space and help you become more profitable. Now, if you're new here, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I would love it if you come and join us on this journey. We put out videos every single week. And if you have any questions, pop them in the comment section below. I know you probably got some questions. Don't be shy. More than happy to answer them for you. Anyway, I hope you have an amazing day and we'll chat again soon. Take care. Peace.